morning to you, TGIF. I'm Heather Brown here, and this is CBS News Minnesota's morning update. So be sure to grab that coffee. You're going to want to need it today, or hot chocolate or tea or something to get you all warmed up, because it might be sunny outside there, but it is cold. Look at that. We are in basically mid-March and feels like -9. It's cold outside, but then you just got that fierce wind out there, so it's really not getting all that much better today, but it's gonna be fine though. We're hitting the 50s sometime next week, but we still need that last blast of winter. Maybe not the last, but let's hope so. I know that Jason and the morning update producer Chris have started this Feel Good Friday, which I said, let's keep doing it, because you know what? We can all use a little good news these days. We know it's been very heavy over the past few weeks here. So let's talk about the good stuff. I want to hear what you're doing. What is your good news? What do you want to share? We'd love to share it with everybody else. I'll send your stuff in if you're watching here on Facebook this morning or you're watching online. And we'll read through a couple of those in just a moment and put a little smile on people's faces today. Minnesota educators' strike is entering day 4. Now, day 3 of the strike ended with no deal between the teachers union and the Minneapolis school district. In fact, the union said, look, we're one day longer, one day stronger. Both sides still remaining several millions of dollars apart. Big issues here: class sizes, wages, mental health supports for students. So we'll be sure to have an update on that for you later today. We do have some good news, though, for baseball fans, right? MLB and the Players Union, they got a deal, which means the Twins will be back at Target Field this summer. First, though, they got to go down to Florida. Oh, too bad, too sad for them, right? Yeah, it looks pretty nice down there, doesn't it? They start on Sunday, spring training down there, about 3 weeks behind. But this means, though, we were unsure about this yesterday, but the home opener will start as scheduled, April 7th. Good news for the businesses near Target Field. We talked with a couple of them who said that they were on pins and needles waiting for this announcement, because at that point we didn't know how long this would go. It's been hard down there, right? Near Target Field, near Target Center, but they say things are looking up.
Our Timberwolves are doing great, and there's great excitement, and I noticed the buzz in the pub that people are excited and they want to be back out, and obviously there's some people still a little reluctant, but the ones that are coming out, they're out to have a good time.
Right, so circle April 7th on your calendar there, Twins home opener. The season's going to be a full 162 game schedule, because those games that will cancel, the ones in the first weeks of the season, they will either be made up as doubleheaders or they'll play them at the end of the season. So if you work in a city-managed building here in Minneapolis or St. Paul, you can leave your masks at home. Both Twin Cities mayors have lifted the mask requirement. Still need, though, that mask if you want to travel on planes, trains, or buses. Federal government did extend that mask mandate for public transportation through April 18th. CDC says it'll now work with government agencies so they can get a framework on when they might lift those mask rules. It's something a travel expert Kyle Potter believes will happen sooner rather than later.
The airport and the airplane is the only place where Americans are currently being asked to keep a mask on. We're in a much different place right now with the pandemic and with the expectations about wearing masks in general in our daily life.
Some of us thought, well, maybe get the choice over spring break. Doesn't look like it now. Of course, the extension is 1 month. A lot of people, though, going to be flying, getting out of here, escaping this cold weather. We see across the country people flying, reaching pre-pandemic levels. And Kyle says that he wouldn't be entirely surprised if the mask mandate was lifted before April 18th. But even if the federal executive order ends, the airlines themselves could choose to require those masks. Some of the flight attendant unions have been pushing for people to continue to wear their masks a little bit longer. Surge in gas prices is not slowing down. We are getting close to an all-time high for regular gas, but diesel has already made it there. Look, back in 2008, diesel $4.72, pushing right past that $4.77 right now for a gallon of diesel. If you want the regular gas, that's still under $4 a gallon here in Minnesota, right at $3.95. We know prices for just about everything are rising. And that means more shoppers are turning to store brands. You might know them as private labels. These have grown year over year for the past couple of decades, getting very popular. So we looked into how are store brands all that different from your regular brands, your name brands there? How much do you really save? This is our test kitchen in Hopkins at UNFI. You know, they own Super Value, Cub. They make 18 different brands. They don't actually produce the stuff, manufacture the stuff. Food manufacturers will do that, but they develop these brands for then places like Cub or Jerry's to use as their brands in their stores. How much are we talking about?
It depends on the category.
So paper towels.
From 25 to 40% less expensive.
Pasta.
Pasta could be anywhere from 15 to 20.
Laundry detergent.
Laundry detergent is an interesting one. Again, anywhere from 15 to 20.
How are you able to sell this stuff at a lower price?
Yeah, things like marketing. So we don't have national TV budgets.
So I did talk with another brand expert, and he said that years ago, you know, the perception was that store brands were just cheaper and they really weren't all that good. But he says that's changed over the past few decades as retailers started to realizing that if they invest in those private brands, people want to come to the store to buy those brands. There you go. The example right there, Trader Joe's. Very popular, very successful, and 95% of what they sell there is Trader Joe's brand. So really interesting story. Go check that out online if you want to learn a little bit more. I certainly did. Maybe you're thinking about a Peloton, but you don't want to pay the big price tag. Well, maybe this could be for you. Peloton now making those bikes available to rent. This is a test program at some stores, some of the stores here in Minnesota. This is according to multiple reports. We do have Peloton stores at MOA, also at the Galleria. Customers can get the bike in the streaming service for a monthly fee of $60 to $100 a month. You know, better deal probably than the $1,500 that you would need to buy the bike. You can actually do these payment programs through Peloton as well, so you'd have to compare the costs there. But then when the user cancels the monthly rental, Peloton would take the bike back at no extra cost. All right, who's been watching the boys' state hockey tournament? It's been on 24/7 in our house there. A lot of big upsets heading into the semifinals today. Yeah, there were some surprises. Winners playing tomorrow night. So let's check out who they are. Single A right there. You got Warroad versus Matamidi. Then Hermantown, yep, taking on Alexandria. Double A here, Prior Lake, yep. This is quite the game. They beat 2-seed Cretin-Derham Hall 6-0. So they get their spot in tonight's semifinals. They'll go up against Maple Grove, who also beat Edina 5-2. Then you got top-ranked Hill Murray. They're going to play Andover for a spot in the championship game. And we have another sign of spring on the way. Yep. This is your time. If you want to go see the ice castles in New Brighton, you got to go now. Today and tomorrow, your last chance to check them out before they close for the season and then hopefully melt away. You can find those tickets online there. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear your good news. Back to today's talker. I'd love to hear what you would love to share with us. So here we go. We got Maggie May. My dog is moving on to adult food. Oh, congrats. Yeah, we've had him on puppy food since we brought him home 8 weeks old. I bet he's a cutie, y'all. Post a picture next time, Maggie. Love to see it. We're looking to getting a bag of adult dog food for him. You know what? Sometimes it's just the little things. Yeah, there. Thanks, Maggie, for sharing. We got Diana. Oh, this is great. We had lunch with our daughter and her boyfriend on Monday. It was great visiting with them. I bet it was, right? Chance to just catch up and have a good time, relax there. Darla says, my hometown basketball team, the WWG Chargers, really hustled last night. And they beat the SWC Eagles. Well, way to go, Chargers. Love to hear that. Darla, thanks for sharing that for us, too. Becca said, had my daughter's 2-month checkup. Oh, gosh, I remember that at the beginning of the week. Good little one. Good job. She's doing great, and she's growing to so much, and hopefully not so much crying from those shots there. Oh, thanks, Becca. Thanks for sharing with us. It was great to hear from you. Hope you have a great Friday here. This is your morning update from CBS News Minnesota, your only local streaming news source. Thanks for watching us today. We'll see you back here on Monday.